Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 28th August 2022. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Haribol trsv nectar nectar nectar. In this particular vlog, in my videos, we have been discussing about the information and knowledge that we have gleaned by the study of books, spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on material items, and spiritualism on a material universe. This particular vlog or this particular is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is only an extension of what we have been doing before. Now, we have been discussing in my past few videos about the four ashramas of the life of a human living entity according to the ancient seers of yore. Now, we have already discussed the first three ashramas. Now, from now, we will discuss about the final and last ashrama in the life of a human living entity. This particular ashrama is also of 25 years and it starts when the vanaprastha ends at the age of 75 of a living entity. That means that this particular ashrama called Sanyasa begins at the age of 76 and ends at the age of 100. Before we jump into any conclusion, let me remind you that whereas the first and the second ashramas of brahmacharya, gross body, and grahastha, etheric senses, is physical in nature, the last two, that is vanaprastha, renunciation, astral mind, and sannyasa, causal body, are cerebral in nature. That means that anybody who has read brahmacharya, the first ashram, or adulthood, the second ashram, is likely to have the germs of renunciation and sannyasa in him. That means that these two ashramas are actually cerebral and they have officially nothing to do with the age of that person. Yesterday, we talked about the third ashrama, renunciation, in detail. However, I forgot to add that when a person is in the renunciation stage, he contemplates on the material universe, religion, and spirit and philosophy. Whereas when he reaches the fourth sannyasi stage, he on the spiritual universe. According to the intellects of the Western area in the world, blind religion is fanaticism, and blind philosophy is just speculation. That means that a person who has religion but no philosophy is a fanatic, and a philosopher who doesn't believe in religion is just a speculator. However, when the religion and philosophy are blended together naturally, then what comes out is called spiritualism. And a person who meditates on spiritualism is called a sannyasi. He belongs to the fourth ashrama, Sanyasa. This is possible even to the female living entity because anybody can become spiritual or renounced because these two ashramas are cerebral in nature. When a person starts meditating on spiritualism, he aims at self realization. Once he attains self realization, he aims at liberation from this material world. And once he attains that particular liberation, his soul becomes completely separated from the material world and becomes a spirit soul again. Once it has retained that particular identity as a spirit soul, then it asks for deliverance. Deliverance is nothing but going back again to the super soul. The spirit spark had initially come out of the spiritual fire and got entangled into the material world. After time immemorial in the material world, it became a soul, a spirit soul. The spirit spark became a spirit soul and it attained liberation. Once it got liberated, it attained deliverance, or it aimed at deliverance from everything and to go back to the spirit soul again, lose its identity and remain a part and parcel of the spiritual whole. This is the aim of every human living entity. This must be the aim of every entity. Whether or not he or she has come to know about it, it remains a fact. Actually, sooner or later, every living entity is aware of his or her true self as the spiritual soul, and then he or she decides or craves to go back to the spirit's whole. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular subject. Please give me your ideas, opinions, thoughts, etc., so that we may join everything together and come up with some solution for the whole society as such. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.